Greetings, everyone. Today I'm going to be talking about divine union with self, divine union with other person. Divine union is this word that has been used a lot in communities, spiritual communities. We talk a lot about marriage and the importance of marriage. And with the word marriage, there's can be so much intensity around it because of how history has used it, law and all these things. And so the way that it's been in the past. However, today I'm going to be talking about divine union because of the importance of when two souls that are full and complete in themselves come together in love, and how two powerful, full souls can come together and weave and co-create together. Now, there are so many beautiful variety of relationships, um, partners, loved ones. And so wherever you are in the journey, whether you are partnered with someone for years or that you love and adore, or if you are single, freshly single, just out of a relationship and desiring to have union and partnership, or whether it is, you just want to love who you are now so that you understand divine union. This is all for you. And so my intention is that you could soak up the nuggets of what it means to have that divine union within, so that you can experience such beautiful, profound love with another person, with your partner that you have already, or someone that you adore, or how you can already build something that you already have, okay? And so take this what resonates, leave the rest. And that's my prayer. So my prayer, just for a moment, we'll close our eyes. Deep breath in, deep breath out. My prayer, if you want to pray with me, is that you can lead with love, be in the heart, be in the body, and take what resonates and leave the rest. God, use us for what it is we need to hear. Amen. All right, so divine union. So what's so beautiful about divine union, we live in a culture where there's so much giving and taking, and it's like, how can I benefit? How can this person give to me? How can this person receive to me? And it's all about, taking. How could we take from a person? There's a lot of feminine teachings about having the man be the provider and the woman being in her feminine relaxing. And there's such beauty to this. I love doing that. I love just sitting back and just allowing a man to ravish me and adorn me. And I'm so grateful for that experience I've had. And also, there's a beautiful energy in that receiving, and sometimes we need to experience that in our as a woman, to be able to receive fully. And also, I'll get to that in a minute, there's a beautiful power of also giving to your person. Gender roles, men, women or not, I'm specifically speaking towards more of those gender roles right now. There's such beauty in receiving, and also there's a big, big beauty in also giving and pouring into your man, your person, okay? And so, there's so many gender roles where it's like, I want a man that provides, and that's beautiful. And I really feel like there are some also wounds around that. It's like feeling like, okay, like I want a man that provides. However, you are so powerful and abundant that it's so powerful to be able to give as well. Maybe if it's not the same exact way, we are different. Men and women are very different, and biologically, and also like there's something really beautiful and profound about giving towards your loved one, giving towards your man, in your own unique essence. And so this is to all of my powerful, abundant women that the ones that are like, let's say, like multimillionaires making it, but they don't have the man because they need to receive and learn how to receive, because they've been doing this. And this is your friendly reminder to learn how to receive, really learn, because when we learn how to receive, we can also give as well. And when we learn how to receive, your man, your person can also give and pour back to you. When you learn how to fully receive, you can create this beautiful dynamic where you pour and give. Yeah, I was in a very loving relationship where my person wasn't able to fully provide financially. It was okay. He was building his empire. He was focused on that, and so I knew he had his what he was creating. It didn't fully align for other reasons. Beautiful, beautiful person, beautiful relationship. Oh my gosh, love this person. And so financially he wasn't fully there. However, that's okay. It's okay to be able to experience that profound love. And it didn't work out because it wasn't aligned in other ways that I desired in a partnership. And I know that because I wasn't fully aligned within myself of what I need. And I wasn't fully showing up in who I am right now. And then I wasn't fully showing up in my gifts, which made me attract someone that just wasn't fully aligned. And so, we tend to attract relationships that aren't fully aligned when we aren't fully aligned in what we are creating. That's one aspect. That's in my experience. For them, that was like they were like, oh my gosh, yes. But for me, in my experience, I wasn't fully aligned in that. I'll just continue to speak for myself. And so that's why I attracted that. And so as I'm continuing to be aligned with the work that I'm creating and sharing, then I will, attract that. So, and speaking from the heart with love. So divine union. This is such a beautiful, it's such a beautiful thing for humans to come together that are fully aligned in their purpose, in their joy, in their expansion, what they are here to create, and how they're here creating such beautiful ways of being and existing. Two full souls, two powerful souls, and coming together and deciding to co-create together, whether that's in any way. It's up to them, whether that's through work or kids, or what a beautiful gift. And so what's happening right now as a collective is we are desiring more from our relationships. As souls are evolving, as we are becoming more aware and more in love and more in awareness, we are in awareness of how we're living our lives and our consciousness. We are becoming more conscious of what we want to create and what we don't want to create in our lives, whether that's being kinder to our partner, sharing what it is we do desire instead of nitpicking on what we don't desire, whether that's being fully honest with yourself, like really honest from the beginning. Do you want, of what your desires? I really want a fully committed relationship and devotion to this. I from the get-go, I want kids, I want a family, or no, I want to travel, and this is just something that is temporary, or this is a desire of mine. I'm not sure yet what is happening, but I want to see, I'm fully devoted to seeing if this is what is good for us, for me in my life. I was in a loving relationship. And before that, I was in a relationship that was very, very much not aligned. And I was in a lot of pain, and I had a lot of self-worth. I had a lot of issues around self-worth and not feeling good about myself, and that was in the relationship before. And then I jumped into this relationship I was previously in, and it was so healing. It was so powerful and healing. And however, I was not sure yet about being in a fully committed relationship yet, because of the healing that needed to take place. And so, I decided to jump into this relationship that was beautiful and profound and so healing for me. However, I didn't take the time to heal from the previous relationship before. And so there was some pain that was caused. And I wasn't perfect. And also there was healing there as well, where, there was some hurt and pain, and there was healing that needed to be happening. And so I recommend, how I recommend is to really take, after, if it was a really intense relationship breakup, take time to really heal yourself before jumping into something new. And also, it was profound because that was also really, really healing for me after experiencing a relationship where I felt really bad about myself. And so it's kind of that, both sides of the coin, yin yang, where yes, that relationship was so healing. After the previous relationship, I felt really unworthy. However, showing up healed in a relationship can do a lot more, can be a lot better for both parties. So sharing very vulnerably about my experiences, because I feel like that's how we learn. We learn through experiences. I'm sharing my experiences, and I hope that you can learn as well. 14:14 on the clock. I hope that you can learn through my experiences. And so let's go back to the juiciness of divine union. Let's do a part 2 on this. But yeah, I think we're going to wrap it up here, actually. Yeah, we're going to wrap it up. So part 2, stay tuned. We're going to be talking deeper about this divine union and what it is to mean what it means for that to be happening. I love you so much, and see you in the next one.